Good evening and welcome back to Be Rich. I have discussed enough about Sri Lanka in the past, both on both channels. And now, since a year has passed and not much is talked about Sri Lanka, I thought we will broach the topic again and we will dwell slightly deeper. I don't think Sri Lanka has got an IMF bailout yet, and still negotiations are going on. Sri Lanka is really struggling. The Sri Lankan rupee has devalued by to a great extent. US dollar fetches 375 Sri Lankan rupees, an amount unheard of till before. Sri Lanka was doing very well and was like the Indian state of Kerala on all social development indexes. It has a highly literate population. It has beautiful beaches and lot of old architecture, both from the Chola kings and the Buddhist kings. And finally, Sri Lanka had great fertile soil, which allowed it to be a spice exporter and a exotic tea exporter to the world. The 4 5 decade civil war in Sri Lanka was the starting point, though it did not really affect the country. The victory of the Buddhist forces over the Tamil separatists led to a point where there was an authoritarian rule for nearly 25 years in Sri Lanka. When any authoritarian government comes, the economic price has to be paid by the people. China used the authoritarian regime to honey trap Sri Lanka into a debt crisis. A country which was self sufficient in foreign exchange and did not depend on international aid has become the first country in the Asia Pacific region to default. All this started with the quixotic policies of the second authoritarian ruler, Gobtaya Rajapaksa. Goptaya Rajapaksa was the man who defeated Vellepulli Prabhakaran and LTT. When his brother Mahinda Rajapaksa was the prime president, he won the election by making irrational promises. He talked of abolishing GST, rationalizing GST, and cutting taxes. All this led to a huge fiscal deficit and started the economic problems. And there was a run on the foreign exchange. To conserve foreign exchange and pay Chinese debt, Rajapaksa said that he would turn into avoid chemical farming and go into organic farming without thinking about the consequences and banned use of chemical fertilizers for a short period of 6 months in Sri Lanka. This had disastrous consequence. Sri Lanka was producing its own food, primarily rice, tea, and spices, and was an important source for foreign exchange for the country. Unfortunately, when once the country turned organic, production collapsed, and because production collapsed, tea exports also collapsed, and there was a huge problem in supplying tea to the world. Of course, other countries like Kenya and India filled up the gap, and Sri Lankan tea went off the market. To make matters worse, there was a big surge in oil prices thanks to the Russian Ukrainian war. And most of the tourists coming to Sri Lanka were from Russia. So there was a triple whammy. There's a Russian war, crude prices went up. There was a a failed botched up attempt at organic farming. And of course, COVID made sure there would be no tourism for 2 years. Apart from tea and tourism, the other major export for Sri Lanka was garment exports, even which was badly affected in this period. All this led to a default, and there is no food or medicine in Sri Lanka. It took aid from friendly countries like India to help Sri Lanka survive. Even today, there is a ration on fuel prices, and people have to show passes to collect petrol. There is a shortage of essential medicines. Let us take the plight of the farmers. The farmers who were once proud and producing enough for their own country are now reduced to being beggars, and even food has to be imported from abroad because simply there is no money to import fertilizers from abroad. Let us take the example of urea, one of the most commonly used fertilizers in plantations. Urea before this crisis, because of the exchange rate and subsidy given, available for $4 for a 50 kg bag. Today, urea after subsidy is given at $27 a bag. But Subsidy is available only for limited quantities. On the open market, what is available for $27 is now selling for $105. This makes it completely unviable for Sri Lankan farmers to grow tea because output prices of tea have not gone up so much. This has put them in a very difficult shape, and any effort, any medicine that the IMF gives will further depreciate the rupee, push up the costs of fertilizers, and since the price of tea will not go up substantially or the price of spices will not go up substantially, the imbalance will make it very difficult for farmers to survive. A country which did not depend on import of food to survive has been reduced to a nation which is a basket case and is begging for food. This is clearly laid at the blames. This blame can be clearly laid at the feet of the two Rajapaksa brothers. There are other countries in the world like Turkey under Erdogan which are also going the same way. Luckily for Brazil, Bolsonaro has been defeated and the new president has come back. One should understand authoritarianism is bad economics over the long term and will definitely come back to bite the nation. Sri Lanka is the first example. Many nations will follow. Turkey is one which is going down that path. Pakistan is another basket case. It is only a democracy of some form that can create a stable economic growth. Thank you for watching. Be rich. If you like this content, hit the like button of my video, turn on the bell notification, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for supporting Be Rich. I have another request. Kindly send this video to your friends and family and persuade them to watch it. Once again, I thank you for your support to Be Rich. I want to thank all of you for supporting our event in Oman with great enthusiasm. A lot of people turned up in Oman, and a place where I don't have much influence. I wish to thank all of you for your support. The next event is going to be in Qatar, Doha. The event is scheduled for the last week of January. Those who would like to meet me in person in Qatar, Doha, or come to our event in Doha can send their request to the mail ID given below or contact the WhatsApp number flashing on the screen. My team will respond to you. See you in Qatar in the last week of Jan. It's a great privilege and honor that so many of you in thousands have subscribed to my channel and have supported me. I have written 2 books in English, The Alchemy of Money and Ordinary Stocks, Extraordinary Profits. These books are published by us and are ready. If you want to procure a copy, send us a message to the WhatsApp number given below and my team would respond to you. If you want an Amazon Kindle copy, you can click the link below. Finally, those who wish to consult with me can send a mail to berichenglish@gmail.com. Once again, I thank you for your support. If you like this video, press the subscribe button of my channel, hit the like button and turn on the bell notification.